Hey, it's Peter from Weekly Options Advisory. And just a quick reminder, I've got an open house going on my advisory all this week. Today was the first day and super easy to join. Just go to shadowtrader.net/free, which is this page. And you can just click on the link down here where it says click here and it'll get you right into the room. All right, so I thought that would be a good place actually to start because this video is what I'm going to do this week. And to give you an example of kind of like the way I trade, this is what I'm about to show you is definitely a trade that probably has very good chances of being put on live in the room. So if you'd like to follow along, you can join me there tomorrow. Let's start with this XLF. This is the financial sector, which I think has been showing a lot of relative strength to other sectors. Obviously, the S&P kind of looks the same where it's just kind of slowly up, but notice that there's not a single red candle here. I mean, the S&P did have some pullback in terms of red candles. And I think there's still a little bit of space to be had here between where we are now and this swing high, which feels to me like financials just want to have one little push higher. And there's a lot of different names in this space. You can obviously look at them all. It's easy to pull up the components of XLF. But my favorite right now is GS. I like it for a lot of reasons in that I tend to gravitate more towards the more expensive stocks. If you have the buying power, I feel like it's a little bit more bang for your buck. And overall, I just like the tightness of the consolidation here that's just sitting so high and tight. And you got your 8-period exponential holding here. A lot of space between the 821. It's just kind of holding there. Really, really just very, very strong. And also has some clearance, I would say, at least a little bit. Notice here that it still hasn't even gotten to this swing high. And then, of course, there's this high up here in the 360 area. So how would I be playing this? Probably with a risk reversal. My classic MO, the way I approach the weekly options market is like, I would look at a chart like this and I would just basically identify an area where I feel that short puts would be safe. And look at this line right here. This is $330 and the 21-period moving average is coming up underneath that level, and understand that that level would also be a full gap fill of this area here. This would also be a gap fill. So I'm kind of confident to be short puts on a short-term basis into the end of the week under that area, and then use that money to purchase some sort of a long spread of which you can get very creative with. It could be a vertical. It could be like a wide butterfly. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but you want to take that credit that you receive on the put side and put it towards some sort of a long spread. So here's just like a quick example. I don't know if this is exactly what I will be doing, but for instance, in the December 1 expiry here, which is the end of this week, notice that the 327.50s, which are down below that 330 area, they're 41 by 49. You can probably get about 43, 45 for those, hopefully. And then on the other side, on the call side, just the simplest trade, which would be the long vertical, 340, 345. And the way I've got it structured here is obviously if you want to bring in any sort of a credit, this is marking at about a 14-cent credit. I don't think it would fill for that. I'd be happy with 0.0. But the key is the way that I structure these trades is I look for a ratio like this, meaning that I generally have to sell more short puts than I am long calls. So you can see here, in order to get kind of even money or a small credit, I'm going on a 2-to-1 ratio here. You can see the 2 short puts and then 1 vertical. But you can be as creative as you like, however much risk you want to take on. If you think the stock is breaking out, you may not even need to sell the put. I always like to do it that way. But regardless, I think this is a very solid trade idea. And as long as the S&P doesn't decide to kind of fall down out of this tight consolidation that it's in now, it's in a small balance area, then we should assume that there will be still a little bit of a leg higher in the market. And I think the financials are going to be part of that. And GS will more than likely participate as well. Hey, this is Peter from ShadowTrader.net, and I just wanted to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you'd like to trade live with me every day in my weekly options advisory, then check out the link in the description below. I wish you good trading, and I'll see you in the room.